Hey guys, welcome to another collaboration video. Once again, this is with Caleb, a fellow YouTuber. Him and I have done this for a while now. This is another collaboration video, like I said. Um, so for today's topic, since we've done quite a few of these by now, and like I said, if Caleb brought you here to my video, thank you. Please subscribe. Please watch my other videos that I have here on my channel. And I have plenty more coming up here pretty soon. You know, we're still in the summer movie season. Tons of great films I got to review yet. Hopefully some good ones, I should say. Um, and if you're watching this video first, I hope that you will check out Caleb's video, which I will provide a link for down below in the description. And if you're watching this on Facebook, either before or after this video gets posted, there should be a link somewhere on my page, my profile page of Caleb's portion of today's discussion topic. So today's topic we're going to cover is underexplored topics for films. So these are, things that aren't exactly original ideas because, Hollywood has covered a good majority of, the really, really good, like, universally well liked kind of topics, I should say, for films. I'm sure there's a good topic or so yet that, someone really creative is going to come up with someday. But for the most part, we have covered a lot of really good topics already in movies. But these are 5 subject matters I'm going to bring up for you today that I really think, even though there are already existing films about these places or these topics or these things or people, I would like to see this happen more often in the future. For one of these, I would like to see something like this happen more so than what we currently have. Because some of these, you'll see here when I talk about them, are things that have been covered before, but it's either been a really long time since they've been covered, or maybe they've only been covered once or twice before. And we still have yet to really come up with a really creative purpose for some of these topics. So these are 5 different things that I personally came up with. I'm curious to see what Caleb's going to come up with that I would like to see happen more so often in films, or possibly these might create even new ideas for films. For the first topic, I think we need to have more films about retail stores. I know we've had films like Clerks and 1 Hour Photo and a couple of other ones, all from several different kinds of genres, or at least, certain retail stores that have huge significance within the film. For those who saw Click with Adam Sandler, Bed Bath & Beyond, I'm sure made tons more money after that movie and things like that. But I would like to see more films happen in retail stores. Another good example is like Employee of the Month. That store that they worked at in that movie kind of resembled Sam's Club, the one by Sam Walton who made, Walmart and stuff like that. But yeah, I would like to see more retail stories happen. I know they've covered comedy. I know they've covered horror, possibly even a little bit of drama, since Clerks had a little bit of it, a little bit of romance in that one too, and a little bit of comedy. But yeah, I know. I mean, we haven't had a sci-fi retail store story yet. We haven't had not really a fantasy version of a story yet. Something like that could happen. I guess Click could work, but I mean, Click is just one movie, though. There's not like, a million vampire movies. You know how that works. There's a million vampire movies. There's a million superhero movies. There's a million pirate movies. There's a million King Arthur movies. But there's really not a lot of retail store stories yet. So it'll be interesting to see if we get more of those in the future. I've already listed a few things that could make interesting movies. So this has definitely been covered a lot, and I'm kind of glad that this topic has been resurrected. I do see it a lot more now, but I really hope to see even more in the future if possible. I would like to see more movies about unlikely romances. Like I said, it's starting to come back. They're starting to do it more often again, which I'm happy with. Warm Bodies is a good example of this. Silver Linings Playbook is. Ruby Sparks is. All these things with the guy or the girl on different sides of the spectrum of something, or two things that aren't meant to fall in love, like with Warm Bodies. It's the zombie falling in love with the zombie apocalypse survivor and things like that, and vice versa. But like I said, I think they really make unique romance stories. I really think they kind of bring up interesting questions to people, which is why I'd like to see this topic covered more often. Um, so yeah, I would like to see more unlikely romances. I think there's a lot of cool directions they can go with future films using that topic. The next one, like I said, this is a topic that's definitely been, there's films that have taken place in this kind of place, but there's not exactly a film strictly about this. I could see a comedy about this subject matter. I could see more dramas and um, kind of the aging process of people and kind of the phase of life people go through with this place. Um, I would like to see more films about nursing homes. Like I said, I know there's definitely a lot of films that use nursing homes, for a setting, for, a scene or two or whatever. But, there's really not a nursing home movie. And I would think if we found an interesting topic, like I said, whether it's a drama or a comedy and a good director and all that stuff, maybe show, kind of how nursing homes are good or bad, show maybe a comedic side of one, show maybe make a horror film, show how, creepy or how dark or how, cold it is for someone to have their family put them in a place like that. Like I said, I know there's definitely a lot of films where they have a scene or two that takes place in these, but there's not really a whole film about it. So it'd be interesting to see a film about those in the future. This is another topic where they've used it before, but I think it'd be interesting if they use this topic to their advantage some more in the future. Specifically, companies like Pixar and what's that company's name? DreamWorks and things like that. And I know Sony Animation's another animation company that's up and going right now too. Um, I would like to see more films about inanimate objects, maybe inanimate objects that come to life. I know there's some short films out there. I know there was one with Knick Knacks a couple of years ago from Pixar and things like that. I guess Toy Story could count with this. But like I said, more inanimate objects, coming to life, or maybe it show the life of an inanimate object or something. But I would like to see more films about inanimate objects. I know that's a weird request. I don't think everybody would get into it, to be honest. But I think with the right director and the right white, I can't talk today. With the right director and the right writer, it could be possible, and there could be a lot of fun films that have yet to be taken on with this topic. And then this is something that just hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure once this person passes away or reaches a point in their life where they just don't want to continue what they're passionate about anymore, um, and I'm sure Marvel will be all over this when the day comes, whenever nature takes its course and things like that, which I really hope is not too far away, because I really hope this man can live for as long as he can, because I'm sure, like I just said, I'm sure people like me want him to live as long as he possibly can, with him being in good health and all that, even though he is very much older now. Um, I would like to see a Stan Lee film biopic. I would really like to see, kind of like what happened with the Alfred Hitchcock film biopic, where we saw him struggle to get Psycho made, and kind of how he had to sacrifice financial stuff, home stuff, things that were going on with the wife while he was making Psycho. I would like to see something like that happen for a Stan Lee film biopic. Like I said, I don't know if they're going to do it when he passes away, or if they'll even do it at all. I'm sure Marvel would very much back this up. I know it won't be a part of the cinematic universe or anything, obviously, but like imagine we get to see him, see how hard it was to make Spider-Man. Because I know when he was making the first Spider-Man comics, he didn't have a lot of people at his side. Some people thought it was a dumb idea. Some people didn't like that there was a teenager superhero. So Stanley really had to convince a lot of people that it would work, and show the birth of the Amazing Fantasy, show how Amazing Fantasy ended, and we got comic books all about these characters, and it just spread across the world really quickly, and made films and made TV shows, made merchandise, just kind of show how Marvel just evolved with Stan Lee's involvement with the company. So I would like to see a film biopic about that if possible. So I know this topic, well, it's not super short. I guess we're 9 minutes in, but um, yeah, this is probably the less detailed video that I've done so far from the collaborations, but hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope Caleb has an interesting take on this here too. Who knows? Maybe he might have some similar topics that I brought up here too. So if he brought you here, thank you again for watching my video. And if you haven't seen Caleb's take yet, please check it out. I'll provide a link down below. Once again, I'll provide a link on Facebook for those watching there. Um, And I hope to see you guys here for future videos. And I hope Caleb and I will be able to make more collaboration videos for you guys.